Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Effective Strategies for Family Engagement webinar featuring Eastside High School from Newark, New Jersey. My name is Catherine Enty, and I'm the Executive Director for the Center for Supportive Schools, and we'd like to welcome you to our webinar today. I am joined this morning by my colleague, Christina Knight. I will let her introduce herself.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Christina Knight. I'm a project manager from the Center for Supportive Schools. And we'd also love to introduce our peer leaders from Eastside High School, along with their advisors.
Hello, my name is Anthony Almeida, and I am happy to be a peer leader. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Adisei Knight, and I'm happy to be a peer leader.
Hi, my name is Ashley Mourin.
Hi, I'm Victoria Silva.
Hi, I'm Melissa Quimi.
Hi, I'm Lana Versalino.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline Fudali.
Hello, I'm Jane Sars.
Hi, I'm Carolina Martins.
Hello, I'm Rafael Pereira.
Hi, my name is Morales.
Hi, I'm Alexandra Teodor.
Hi, I'm Nicole Moran.
Hi, I'm Vera Macedo.
Hi, I'm Sarah Teixeira.
Hi, I'm Howard Trindad.
Hi, I'm Scott Alves.
Hi, I'm Sienna Ortiz.
Hi, I'm Erica Molina. Hi, I'm Julia Fajardo.
I am Angelique Carter.
Hi, I'm Brian Aguilar.
Hi, I'm Louis Dafonseca.
Hello, I'm David Jesus.
Hello, I'm Gabriela Rodriguez.
Hello, my name is Vanessa Lorenzo.
Hello, my name is Miss Leon. I'm one of the advisors for PGC.
Hi, good morning. My name is Mr. Fernandez, and I too am one of the advisors for PGC, and welcome.
Hi, my name is Mike West. I'm one of the vice principals who coordinates the peer leadership program here at Eastside. Welcome, everybody, and looking forward to a great morning.
Okay. And thank you to 30 peer leaders from Eastside High School that just introduced themselves along with their advisors, and Michael West, the vice principal at Eastside. So we are actually here on site at Eastside High School in New Jersey this morning, in Newark, New Jersey this morning, and we are all so excited to have them, and you'll be hearing more from them today as we progress through the webinar. So just a little bit about who we are. We are the Center for Supportive Schools. We are a national organization that partners with schools to help them create a more safer, a more supportive, more engaging, and inspiring environment. We have partnered with hundreds of schools since 1979, and our work has touched tens of thousands of students, educators, and parents annually. And we have a strong commitment to working with communities that have large numbers of economically disadvantaged youth. So we are happy to be here today. We'd first like to say congratulations to Eastside High School. They are the winners of our Family and Community Impact Challenge. So that is why we are here today with this webinar, because they have figured out the secret sauce to engaging families as part of their school community. So we want to learn more today about the importance of family engagement and the secrets that the Eastside High School has used to have such a strong family involvement and family commitment to their school community. So the research is clear. Evidence has shown that families have a major influence on their children's achievement in schools and throughout life. Families that are directly involved in their children's education, their kids seem to have an increased academic achievement. They have improved attendance rates, graduation rates, and even enrollment onto college. Unfortunately, the research also shows that family engagement often decreases as students progress through school. A recent report found that only 59% of 9th and 10th grade parents attended a scheduled parent-teacher conference, compared to 90% of parents with students in grades K through 5. And unfortunately, that's realistic. As kids get older, parents tend not to be as involved in students' academics, which is not something that we want to have happen, because kids, when they get into high school, they need to have positive attitudes towards school, and they need to be highly motivated to go on and complete college. When parents are less involved, we tend to see higher dropout rates and chronic absenteeism in schools. So let's hear from Eastside. Let's hear from Victoria and Raphael. They're going to tell us how their family's involvement in their education has affected their experience with school.
Okay, so my family being involved made me want to be involved at every activity possible out there. It made me want to be the best I could be because I knew they would be there to congratulate me, and that's what every kid wants, like to be congratulated by their parents.
Okay, so family encouragement encourages you to stay focused and stay confident on achieving success. With family engagement, students know that they aren't alone and that if they need help, they can always count on their family.
So thank you to Victoria and Fael. So I think that it's clear that when parents are engaged, when families are connected to what's going on with kids in their schools, in the classrooms, and even outside of the classrooms, they're more motivated to be engaged in their own school community. And so we want to zoom in a little bit more from this overarching theme of family engagement to Eastside High School specifically. And so in 2011, Eastside High School began a partnership with the Center for Supportive Schools with funding from the Foundation for Newark's Future, so thank you to them, to put into place what we refer to as PGC, or Peer Group Connection. And it's a peer mentoring program that supports and eases students' transition from middle to high school. And so at Eastside specifically, there are 2 sections of this 4-credit class, and there are 30 PGC peer leaders who are all seniors, and they're enrolled in this daily class where they learn to be mentors and positive role models for incoming freshmen. And then every week, these peer leaders meet with small groups of Eastside's 225 freshmen to lead different engaging discussions, activities, what we call outreaches, that enable the younger students to build positive relationships and learn and practice essential social and emotional skills. And so specifically, Eastside High School, as part of this PGC program, has completed an event which we call Family Night. And so we'd like to hear from our peer leaders again. So each year, peers plan and execute a Family Night event designed to bring together students and their families and encourage positive parent-team communication. And in 2016, this event brought together over 150 students and caretakers and raised $1,000 for St. John's Soup Kitchen. And we'll hear a little bit about how they also followed up with this original event, went back to John's Soup Kitchen and did a little bit more work with them. And so this was really an incredible feat to bring together so many families from the student body to this event in, an urban and lower socioeconomic environment. So we would like to ask Brian, describing the Newark community. Do families in Newark face any specific challenges when it comes to staying engaged with their children's school? And how would you describe family engagement generally at Eastside High School? So we'd like to call up Brian and also Anthony to answer that question.
Okay, so what I believe is one of the most, or why it's so difficult for for parents to be involved in their children's high school life is because when you enter from 8th grade, you are told, when you enter from 8th grade into freshman year, you're told that this isn't middle school anymore and you're on your own. So we as youth like to embrace being responsible and being on our own after being so guided in 8th grade. So we take that very literal. So I see why from 8th grade to freshman year, the amount of parent involvement declines so much.
Thank you, Brian.
Hello, my name is Anthony Almeida. So another specific challenges that families face in Newark is a language barrier. So in Newark, there's a lot of people immigrate here, a lot of Portuguese, Brazilian, Spanish, and Hispanic of many different cultures. So a lot of them don't really speak English. It's not their first language. So they come to the city and giving their kids a better life than what they had at their original countries or wherever they have came from. And like mothers and fathers don't really would have be engaged in children's schoolwork because they don't understand the language. It's mainly for their kids to come here and have a better life and to learn a new language and to have more opportunity. So that's one of the main challenges that families do face here, language barrier.
Okay. Thank you, Anthony. So Anthony just talked a little bit about language barriers as one of the challenges that we face in the new community, but I'm sure that's also true in a lot of urban school districts. In addition, Brian talked about the fact that when you make that transition from 8th grade to 9th grade, you're told that you're on your own. This isn't middle school anymore. You have to take ownership for your learning. And kids tend to take that literally, which means that they're no longer involving their parents in their education as well. We're also going to hear from Ms. Leon, one of the faculty advisors, to talk about some of the Newark community and some of the specific challenges that Newark communities face when it comes to staying engaged with their children's education, and also describe a little bit about the family engagement generally at Eastside High School.
I think that the challenges that all the families have here involving with the children in school is because they, as Anthony said, there's a lot of language barrier, and also because this is a really hardworking community. Parents, they usually have to work long hours, and it's very difficult for them to come to school to follow up with their kids. And also, I think that we have been making this easier for them because everything that we do here, we try to translate it in different languages to make them welcome. And I think that if the parents knew since the beginning that they are welcome because we speak the same language that they do, I think that they will more involvement. But it's a working process. When the students come from 8th grade, they are very parent-oriented. When they come to high school, they're a little bit more independent. Parents also believe that the students, their kids, they need more time for themselves, and they kind of back off a little bit to support their kids. But that's the reason why we have PGC in school, because we want them back. We want them to give them the support so they can succeed.
Great. Thank you, Ms. Leon. Eastside has figured out a way to try to make it easier for parents to stay involved in their child's education and figure out solutions for overcoming some of the language barriers by translating almost everything into other languages for their students. So now let's watch a short video that features the 2016 Eastside High School Family Night event. So give us a minute if the video is loading.
Give us 1 second as we figure out some technical difficulties. So I just want to give full disclosure that because we're on a school property, there are some security settings in the building that are preventing from opening the link to the video. We're going to try for maybe 30 more seconds to see if we can find a workaround. If not, we'll move on to the next slide.
In the meantime, let's hear from one of the students about their experience with the family night event. Would anyone care to share?
Hi, my name is Ajite, and I truly enjoyed family night. I think that it was fun being able to connect with the parents and being able to connect my students on a deeper level than I was before. I think the activities that we did, being able to see the parents smiling and seeing the children smiling, and just knowing that we were able to bring smiles to their face and knowing that they enjoyed themselves was something that I enjoyed the most.
Great, thank you. Would anyone else like to share their family night experience? So we have another student that's coming to share their experience with Eastside's Family Night.
Hello, my name is Anthony Almeida, as you heard from before, twice. So from Family Night, it was actually a really great night. We got to learn about our freshmen more, about their families, about where they come from. And it was just great because their parents were there. It was the first time we seen their parents, and we were playing games with them, seeing how engaged they were in the activities. So it was just really good to see that they care and they have like a support, like they have a backbone in their family to push them and to be there for them when they need it. So Family Night was really great because of that one main reason. So thank you.
Thank you, Anthony. I actually had the pleasure of attending Eastside's Family Night, and I have to say it was a great event. There was a large turnout, a lot of parents, a lot of students, and a lot of engagement. The peer educators, peer leaders, as you'll see shortly, did a wonderful job in planning for this event and actually executing this event. So let's talk a little bit about what went through planning Family Night at Eastside High School. So Jane, can you come and tell us, when did you start planning for Family Night? And what kind of things did you think about when you were planning for this event?
Hello. We started planning for the event about 2 months before. We told the students how important it was for them to show up with their parents every time we saw them. First, we sent out a flyer home to the parents, then we sent invitations home and also called each parent individually, inviting them to come to our event. When planning for this event, I thought a lot about the parents and whether they would engage in our activities and enjoy our special night. Thank you.
Thank you, Jane. Heard that they started planning early. They sent flyers home and really reiterated the importance of showing up and being present at this event. So Sarah, can you tell us, what did peer leaders do to ensure that families also participated?
Hi, and to ensure that the parents did come, it kind of tied together with the planning. We ensured and we sent invitations out. We called each parent individually, and also we made the freshmen extra excited for the event so that they would also tie together and enforce that their parents would come with them to the event.
Great, thank you, Sarah. So Mr. Fernandez, as a faculty advisor, can you tell me what role did you play in coordinating and helping to execute Family Night?
Sure. As an advisor, Ms. Leone and myself, we pretty much gave them the guidelines and the requirements and just kind of the roadmap of what they would have to do and the best way to get, the biggest bang for the buck and the most parents to come in. Other than that, we were very hands-off. We kind of just more facilitators. We tell the kids exactly what they need to do, and they go about doing it themselves. They create the invitations. They make the phone calls. They follow up with the students. It's really all of them. We give them the guidance, but everything is up to them to get it done. And to be honest, when they're given that challenge, when they're given that responsibility, they tend to come through. And this year they came through in a big way, and it was a great success. And it's all kudos to them. It's all based on their hard work.
Wonderful. Thank you.
we have just two final panel questions to open up to our peer leaders. We've heard a lot about the impact of family night, how it contributed to family engagement in the school. We want to try to dive a little bit deeper into that topic. So, Lewis, if you could describe the impact of family night, what do students and their families typically say about the event? What did they say about the event this year?
Hi. I think the impact on family night was that students were more comfortable with us, and parents were also more interested in what we were doing. I also broke any boundaries of authority that students thought they had on us, so they could be more comfortable with us.
Thank you so much. And just want to open this up, but Lana, can you share a personal story of the impact family night has had on your relationships with family members?
Of course. So she wasn't one of my students, but she was one of my friend's students that I shared classrooms with, because in my school we have to have two peer leaders take one class and then have another cheerleaders take another class. But we share classrooms. We make it work. It's a little cold. It gets a little hot and sweaty, but it's okay. So there was this one student. She came to family. She seemed bored out of her mind, sitting there like it was the most painful thing she's ever done. And when because I was personally in PGC as well when I was a freshman, when I was there, I sort of felt the same way, because I sat there and I thought, these kids don't really care about me. They're probably getting a grade. They've probably been told to do this. They have to, pass their in class or something. I'm just another requirement. But as I got to talk to my PGC leaders and became closer to them, I realized that they did actually care about me, and they cared about what I was doing and what I was going to do my next 4 years in high school. So with this girl specifically, she was sitting there bored, looked so painful. And I began to talk to her mom and ask her a lot of questions. And she was just super engaged in all the activities she was doing, whether it was her body language or her eye contact. She would answer all the questions perfectly. She seemed like she was really glad that her daughter was in a program like this, because I feel like she realized that we're not just here throwing together some fun activities so these kids can get out of class for however long. I felt like her mom looked at us like, this is what my daughter needs at this young age. She needs this guidance. And it made me feel like I was making a difference, which is cool. Thank you.
Great, Lana, and we appreciate the difference that you and the other 29 peer leaders at Eastside High School has made to all of the freshman students in their community. What advice, as we start to come to a close, what advice would you give to other schools that may be struggling to get a big turnout for family night or other events where families are invited to the school? So let's hear from Gabriella and Alyssa about this.
So it starts from the beginning. It's the bond we make and the connection we share with our freshmen, and just to make them feel comfortable around us and to know that we'll be there for them.
And also, we plan ahead of time, as Jane said. We send out flyers and we make phone calls. And to make sure that the parents know we're very serious about this, we make follow-up phone calls. And we get to really connect with them over the phone and let them know who we are and what we're doing for their children.
Okay, great. Ms. Leon, Mr. Fernandez, is there any advice that you would like to offer to schools that may be struggling to get a large turnout to family night or other events where families are invited to their school?
It all starts with preparation. It all starts with making sure that these kids realize that in order to continue to have a successful program, it starts with them realizing that they have to have a good family night. They have to have that parent involvement, and you do so by breaking it down in a way that they see where their responsibilities lie, what it is they have to do in order to bring the greatest number of parents, whether creating an awesome-looking invitation, whether it be making 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, 6 phone calls sometimes to that same parent to get them in. Because at the end of the day, people work. It's hard sometimes to get them on the phone, and during the day. These kids call parents sometimes at 7, 8 o'clock at night. So it's all about making that commitment and letting them know that this is an important step in the process of getting your students to be on board with what you're trying to tell them.
So thank you so much. I just want to echo something that I heard earlier, that this isn't family night and family engagement. It's not just a one-night activity, something fun to get kids out of class, but it's really what students need at this young point in their life. That family engagement isn't just a supplement. It's not just nice to have. It's something that's absolutely essential for students to thrive and to grow and to learn and to feel engaged to their school community. So that concludes our panel discussion. So I want to thank all the peer leaders and the advisors who contributed their wisdom and also for all of their hard work in this entire year of peer group connection and specifically for their family night. But I want to open up to any audience questions, and also just opening up to the rest of the panel. If any of the peer leaders or advisors have last words, I'd like to invite them up to the microphone to offer those last tidbits. And as far as questions go, you can type your questions into the chat. If we're able to answer those questions now, we'll do so. And if not, everyone will be receiving a follow-up email with additional information and also the link to the video that we unsuccessfully tried to show. We apologize that we were not able to find a workaround. We were having some issues with our firewall. And so again, I just want to open up to last words from our panel or any questions from our audience via the chat. So thank you.
This isn't something that we should all see as being, super serious. This is a fun activity throughout the entire process. It's fun having kids work together to create the invitations, sitting together, maybe after school, making phone calls. It's a process that these kids remember. They remember family night. They remember, making the decorations that they'll put on the table, getting the balloons blown up. It's fun. And if you make it fun and if you look at it as something that's fun and exciting and a cool way to get your parents and kids involved, then it goes off without a hitch. It's something that we can't stress that it's fun. And when you look at that context and you make it something that's enjoyable, then everyone enjoys it. So don't make it as like, oh, this is the hardest thing in the world. We're so stressed out about it. No, make it an environment where it's fun, where kids have a good time, where they are ultimately responsible for it and they have their input and they're pretty much organizing it themselves, and you'll have a successful night and a successful event.
So, Mr. Fernandez and Ms. Leon, we know that Eastside has been implementing PGC and having family night for about 4 or 5 years now. Was there ever a time where you did not get a good turnout for family night?
We had a good turnout since the first one. That was something that we were very happy because it was the first time the program was running in the school. I think that some parents were apprehensive of, like, why they're calling me this, why do I have to report to school? Is my kid doing something wrong? They usually is expecting from us to call to say bad things about their kids, but they were very happy that we were very persistent, and when they came here, they were very lucky to hear good things from us, that the students were, engaged in activities, that we were trying to, make them be in school, keep up with their grades. So luckily we had a good turnout, and I think that it was also because the persistence that we had, Mr. Fernandez said before, the kids made several phone calls. It's not just one try or two times calling. They call at any time, if it is possible, at night, during the weekends, whatever time, to ensure that the parents will be attending the family night and have a good time with their kids.
So we've heard making the event fun, not taking it so seriously. Trying to overcome the language barrier has been identified as one of the problems that face the Newark community, which may be different in other communities as well. But making sure that you're persistent not just trying one thing, sending out a letter, but a multitude of things such as follow-up phone calls and continuing to call, making parents feel welcome, or a few of the things that Eastside is doing to really engage their families and have impact on their community.
So earlier in this webinar, we mentioned that an essential part of the Eastside High School Family Night was the fact that they incorporated it into a community service piece. They volunteered at St. John's Soup Kitchen once, and then they did a follow-up and went back. So I'd like to introduce some of your leaders to explain a little bit more about the work that they did at St. John's and just how they decided to incorporate their family night with community service.
So at St. John's, it was a kind of community thing because we got to help feed people in need, and it kind of opened our eyes and made us grateful for what we have. And we felt good about serving the community as well, not only our school. So that was a part of it.
Working at St. John's was actually a good experience. For me, it was very emotional because it was I was touched by the fact that I was helping serve people who I know are going through something, and also knowing that there's somebody out there who is my age who is dealing with a certain struggle, and it's sad because I couldn't help them. But working at St. John's, it made me value things more than what I valued before.
Great. And Eastside Peer Leaders actually raised $1,500 for St. John's Community Soup Kitchen, so congratulations to them.
I just want to open up for one final question towards the advisors. Incorporating a community service piece into Family Night isn't something that PGC schools do across the board, and so we just want to ask, what made them decide to incorporate this community service experience at St. John's with their Family Night event?
St. John's was chosen because it is in Newark, and we feel the need to help our own community. The reason we chose them is that, and also because I think that if they want to be the leaders of tomorrow, they need to be exposed to different things in the community and understand what are the needs of the community. And in this way, they can see that helping other people will make them have decisions as leaders to how they can improve their community. And there's problems everywhere, but they start with their community. I think that it will be better, and then they can see and reach out outside their community, and that's what it makes them a good leaders.
And we're just going to introduce the other faculty advisor, Mr. Fernandez, for some closing words.
All right. So in all, peer group is an activity that really ties together not only our freshmen with our seniors and creates, community within the school, but peer group tries to create a community outside of the school, bring in parents, bring in the community, and share an experience for not only the freshmen, but for the seniors as well. A few of our kids were, in fact, freshmen that were part of the peer group program, and they benefit from all the experience and the wisdom that the seniors before them had. And it's just this ability to get a little bit of knowledge, a little piece of advice from the older kids that have gone through some of the problems and some of the life experiences that our freshmen are going through, that really helps peer group be a success. Our freshmen coming in at times, they were like, oh, what is this? This isn't the funnest thing in the world. We have all these kids that are telling us things. But the friendships that eventually grow and the activities that you guys perform in peer group build a sense of trust, it builds a sense of community that often you see these seniors walking through the halls and the freshmen come up to them, hey, what's going on? How are you guys doing? And it's this friendship, this, pay it forward that you see as they get older. When these kids that were once freshmen and become seniors, they would pay it forward. They want to do the same thing for the freshmen. They want to help these freshmen because they too were helped. So peer group is a great program. It culminates with family night, but I really hope that you guys took at it today and that you guys can apply it in your own schools.
So thank you so much to all 30 of our peer leaders sitting around this room, their advisors, and the administration that has supported this program along the way. I just want to reiterate the fact that many of the seniors, these peer leaders right now, were part of the freshman outreaches 4 years ago when Peer Group Connection first started at Eastside High School. And so this is a true example of paying it forward, of things coming full circle, and of the impact that this program has had as it's melded into the fabric of the school. So congratulations once again for not only your stellar family night and for winning the Family and Community Impact Challenge, but also just for the amazing program that you guys run and the way that you have inspired and created connections with one another and also with your freshmen and school communities. So thank you. Just if anyone in the audience is interested in additional information about the Center for Supportive Schools or Peer Group Connection, you're welcome to contact Dr. Margot Ross at the contact information being displayed. And everyone will also receive a follow-up email including this information, slides, and also a link to the video that we were unable to show, and we apologize once again for those difficulties. So thank you for your participation, thank you for listening, and thank you to Eastside.